Congratulations, you want to make a film. This video will act as your guide as you travel through the realm of videography. We can cut that, right? As you travel through the realm of videography and emerge as a brand new filmmaker. Now I know what you might be thinking, who is this guy? And why should I trust what he has to say about making a film? Moving on. First off, you're gonna need an idea, but a budding artist like yourself must be bursting at the seams with great ones. You can do anything. The sky's the limit. Except no pornos. Yeah! With videos made for certain events, there may be a time limit or minimum. A good way to avoid breaking this limit is to include a timer in your video like this. I'm just kidding, that's a horrible idea. Why would you ever do that? You could find a song that's close to the desired length and use that as a kind of a meter for your video. But that brings me to my next point. Try to keep up. You're going to want to avoid copyright. This means using anything of anybody else's that you don't have express permission to use. Songs, logos, groups of words that form coherent statements, things like that. But because practically anything and everything you have said has been said by someone before you, you're gonna have a hard time. Now that you've avoided that minefield, you're gonna need cast. Rising stars like you that just want their moment to bask in the limelight. But make sure you get trustworthy and reliable individuals, like those that show up for shoots and remember their line. You need to be careful when you're making a film. There's some things that you may not notice straight away. Like what the character was wearing, or what was sitting on the table. Mistakes like these could be what causes your video to fall flat. Depending on the budget of your film, you may be able to block off roads temporarily to avoid car and foot traffic. Or you could just set up roadblocks and hurry. If you make your film anytime after 1927, then audio is going to be something you're going to have to worry about. If you've ever watched a film and you've heard too little or maybe too much audio, then you've experienced bad audio. White noise, appliances, even cell phones can cause things that disrupt your audio. Who the f hired you? Next, we're going to talk about fucking No, you bleep out the cuss word, not the word Anyway, is a way to keep the adult feel of a film without so much of the adult rating. You can things by bleeping them, cutting the audio, or if it's an obscene gesture, you could just blur it out. Now remember, not everyone enjoys hearing cuss words, so if possible, know your audience before you make a film, because not everyone wants to hear and So let's say you're at the end of your film, and maybe the audio isn't as good as you expected. So you decide to make subtitles.
Ajvane jedan glupi, ovo je moja kamera. Nemoj da mi diraš kameru. Nikad više. Grupa na jedan.
So you decide to make subtitles. Subtitles are great if you slur your speech so that people can't really understand what you're trying to say, or if there's some language that you don't really understand. To ensure that subtitles are as good as possible, you want to make sure that whoever's making them knows what you're actually trying to say. So now your video is done. You've minded your P's, Q's, and circles to season them, and you've created this work of art. You should be proud of yourself, unless you made a porno.